Merry Christmas, yo.
Hello, you're watching Message. This is the Hot Seat, where it's all about country and people, patriotic views for the betterment of Mother Ghana. Today, we're talking about marijuana, fifilifi, ntampe, weed. The name continues, cannabis, gbekui. Call it what you want to call it. But we want to talk about that today. Why is it difficult for Ghana to legalize fifilifi, gbekui, ntampe, ganja, the chilling herb? We've decided to talk about this because there's this news carried by Talking Drugs on the 1st of September 2022, and the caption reads, Ghana's legal cannabis hits a constitutional roadblock. So we said, why? If there's anything that should be facing a constitutional roadblock, it should be banning of the use of all these nicotine products, cigarettes. And the list continues in that whether at the beginning, those that made it available knew it has health issues or not, we don't know. But in the now, it is evident that the continual consumption of cigarettes or nicotine products has serious health issues. Of course, now we've been given yet another chemicals to be puffing as a replacement for nicotine. Yet there is this continual criminalization of this naturally occurring herb, God-given to cool man down. It have medicinal benefits, yet it is being criminalized at some parts of the world, including Ghana. The interesting thing is that in Ghana, we believe that the best marijuana grows in Ghana. When you look at the fields, it's beautiful. And we have arable land, fertile land to grow this thing. For medicinal purposes, if anything, even if not for recreational purposes. But there are countries that are legalizing it. Ideally, should marijuana, cannabis, gbekui, ntampe, weed, fifilifi, the list continues as its name, Indian herb. Should it be criminalized? After all, it is naturally occurring. All artificial substances that are destructive to human beings are being legalized. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, the reason we want to talk about this is this. As per the Talking Drugs, the attempt to legalize cannabis, gbekui, fifilifi, ntampe in Ghana has hit a constitutional roadblock. This is the issue. We're in Ghana playing legalities when other nations are legalized this very thing for commercial and economic benefits. There are a lot of countries that have this cool herb as legal. Netherlands. Of course, we're going to give you a list of all the countries and for what purpose it's been legalized. The myth that when you consume Indian herb, gbekui, cannabis, it makes you crazy or stuff like that has not been substantiated. As a matter of fact, to what I know, when people consume it, hard work, it makes them think properly. They have this cool way of presenting themselves or themselves. Some people, if not for cannabis, They'll be very rowdy in society. So why are we criminalizing this thing? Anyway, let's come back to some of the facts that we have here. In our beloved country, if cannabis should be legalized, the economic benefit is endless. Apart from the social benefit, the economic benefit. Now, this is the hot seat. You're watching the hot seat. Now, historically, the myth of in Ghana, you smoke, the arrest, you farm it, you're arrested. And people are in prison even for this naturally occurring thing. As to where it originates from is not an issue, but the truth is, Ghana's marijuana is the best. The way it grows in the field, how green it looks, it flourishes in Ghana. Now, the reason we're going into this conversation is this. Farmers are arrested. Police who go to the farms, arrest them, and burn matured marijuana of street value in millions. Why? Who does that? But there's commercial use for this thing. Even what is being, all the legalities as to whether or not to, or I don't want to go into, you can go read it, what is being said as the reason why the decision is not being upheld is this. Only 0.3% of THC, the substance that you found in marijuana, not the full marijuana, just 0.3% is what is being fought over in Ghana to approve. 0.3%. Even that, we don't want to. Now, let's start looking at some figures. Globally, the global market value of marijuana, because a lot of nations have legalized this for different things, which we're going to mention. So Ghana is shortchanging itself or herself for not legalizing these things, both domestically and internationally. We're losing out on the market. Notwithstanding the fact that it grows well. Ghana's marijuana is the best. Let's look at it. As of now, the global market value of marijuana is 27.7 billion. That's what Ghana is losing out on. The available market value for marijuana around the world is 27.7 billion. And we're sitting down there playing politics and legalities. Okay, where is the legalities when political leaders, public leaders, or public servants are said to have commit financial malfeasance or corruption of some sense, and the matter is in court and is being adjourned till thy kingdom come? Where is all the legalities? Where is the constitution? And a product, a substance that can generate huge revenue for the country, you're sitting there saying that it has hit a constitutional roadblock. Where is the constitution and all the laws of our land when our leaders indulge in malfeasance of any kind? Even the ones that end up in court, the matter gets adjourned till the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, it is forecasted that by 2027, the market value of marijuana around the world will be 82.3 billion. If Ghana will not do something about this criminalization of cannabis, marijuana, gbekui, ntampe, weed, fifilipi, that's what we're going to be losing out on. Yet we said our economy is struggling. Yes, our governments are doing something to turn the trajectory of our economy, but this is something that is going to give job to the young ones that are on the street looking for job. Get the farmers to register. We're going to read out what some countries have done. Get the farmers to register. Be a legally recognized farmer of marijuana. Those who will sell it, businesses that will trade in it, for whatever reasons, set out the lines and get this thing to bring money, huge money, while some feel cool with it, whilst it is used for medicine. Now, let's carry on. This is the hot seat. Now, the farm, ganja, weed, cannabis, whatever you want to call it, is very fruitful in Ghana, as stated earlier. It grows generously. All the farms that have been brought on television, even if you go onto YouTube now, that at the time of destroying them by the police, because people in the village are farming it, when you look at it, it looks good. Green. You can see the land is being generous to this wonderful plant. Why not register the farmers? Why not register businesses that will trade in it? Which will also be, you register with some money. And so it generates revenue for the country. Apart from the sale domestically and internationally, huge revenue. Let's look at economic benefits. Employment, domestic international revenue, reduction in crime. Yes, there is no evidence that when people consume cannabis, they commit crime. It is also a myth. Some people consume it to do hard work. It energizes you. So what are we going to do about it? All we need to do is regulate it. If you think it's any dangerous, which I doubt, regulate it. Just like the way you're regulating other things. Regulate the bloody good thing for people to consume, for businesses, for medicine, for commercial use. Netherlands has been legal for recreational use all these years. Do you see madmen walking on the streets of Netherlands? No. People actually go on weekends in Netherlands just because they want to, what a brother man said, wake up Saturday morning, feeling sticking and dirty after work. And he sat on the rug and rolled up his sleeve. You know what happened? Anyway, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about what Ghana is losing out on with the continual criminalization of marijuana, a naturally occurring plant that have health and economic benefits. Let's go global, internationally, and I will focus on Canada, who has legalized cannabis for commercial use, medicinal purposes, and see what they have done. And I'll read some few things from here. Canada has legalized weed for recreational, commercial, and medical purposes. How did they do it? By means of regulation of production, distribution, sale, import, and export. Why can't Ghana do that? And we are losing out on 27 billion market, available market. And by 2027, if we don't do something in the now and hold this matter by the scruffle of the neck and trust Ghanaians to follow the principles, the laws, the regulations that will be put in place, we're going to be losing out on how much? 82.3 billion market that is available. How much can we? The truth is, Ghana's marijuana is the best. Look at the videos. You will come back and testify. So that's what they have done. Before people start jumping around making, oh yeah, it makes people go mad. Go and bring one person that has consumed this thing and went mad. Something that have medicinal benefit. Something that people take so that they can focus. Something that people take so that they can be what they're supposed to be in society. Give me a break. Why is everybody not mad in Canada? They've legalized it. Why is everybody not mad in Netherlands? And all the other countries I'm going to mention to you. Why are they not mad? Because cannabis is legalized. Marijuana is legalized. Gbekui is legalized. Ntampe is legalized in those countries. And the people are not mad from left, center, forward, backwards. It's not true. You're watching The Hot Seat. This is The Hot Seat, where we keep it nice and real. Now let's look at the other countries where ganja, weed, ntampe, marijuana, cannabis is legalized. For recreational use, these following countries that I have researched have legalized it. For recreational use. For just your own cool moments. That's it. That's right. You don't have to smoke it if you don't smoke. You don't want to puff it. Some people, it's like a tea. They consume tea in the morning. And I'll zip it. Washington, D.C., Georgia, Malta, Mexico, Thailand, Netherlands, Canada, Uruguay, South Africa, Jamaica, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Colombia, Spain, Belize, the Czech Republic. These countries have legalized pipilipi ntampe for recreational use, and everybody is still solid and sound in that country. Commercial use, Canada, Thailand, Uruguay. This is The Hot Seat, where we keep it nice and real for the betterment of Mother Ghana. For medical use, medical use, let's have a look at the countries. The list is endless. What is Ghana doing? Come on, come off all those legalities. Use those legalities to imprison those who have committed financial malfeasance and all kinds of malfeasance in our country, who disregard our constitutions and misbehave. Use these legalities to imprison them, put them behind bars. Not stopping the country from making, look, individuals will make money. The country in itself will make money, both domestically and internationally. This is The Hot Seat. Legalized cannabis in Ghana. For recreational, for commercial, and for medical purposes. Let loose this thing. Get the farmers to work. Get the young ones to get jobs. Instead of them being on the street, breaking into houses, they'll be in a farm. They'll have their shop. People come buy this thing and do whatever they want to do with it. And then for commercial purposes, and then for medical purposes. When we're young, there was this guy in our town who have to get this thing because of romanticism. I don't know how true it is, but that's what we're told, that he have to drink it from time to time so that he stays strong. Go and ask your doctor. But anyway, for medical purposes, let's look at the number of countries that have legalized this thing. Here we go. Argentina, Australia, Barbados, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Ecuador, Finland, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Ireland. Should I continue? This is The Hot Seat. Israel, Italy, Jamaica, Lebanon, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malawi, Malta, Mexico, the Netherlands. Let's carry on. New Zealand, North Macedonia, Norway, Panama, Peru, Poland, Portugal, Rwanda, St. Vincent and Grenadines, San Marino, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, Thailand, the United Kingdom for medical use. So if Ghana allows these things to be grown nicely, as it grows nicely, we do know it grows nicely in Ghana. Look at how much export revenue we're going to be generating from this bloody good thing. Uruguay, Vanuatu, Zambia, Zimbabwe. All these countries I've mentioned have legalized marijuana, cannabis, gbekui, ntampe for medical use. Why can't Ghana do the same, losing out on 27.7 billion market by 2027? 82, is it not? Yes, 82.3 billion. So actually, when Ghana adds its value to it, it's even going to be more. What are we doing to ourselves? All in the name that a group of people sat somewhere and criminalized this thing. And then the same group of people have legalized something that actually have evidence that it is destructive to human health. I mentioned it earlier. I should be wrapping up now. All we're saying is, Ghana, legalize marijuana, do what Canada has done, and generate revenue, create jobs for the people, and those that need it for medical purposes will consume it for that purpose. And even in countries that it is legalized for recreational use, we don't have madmen walking on the streets. So look at all these countries that I've mentioned that have legalized ntampe. And we're sitting down there playing legalities. I'll sum up again and put it in structure what can be done to generate revenue, both domestically and internationally. The market value is big. Legalize marijuana in Ghana for recreational, commercial, and medical purposes by means of regulation, production, distribution, sale, import, and export. End of story. End of story. For the benefit of Ghana as a nation and the people of Ghana and the rest of the world. Because the fact remains, Ghana's marijuana is the best. Look at the videos on the internet and you would come back and tell me, you're right, bro. This thing grows wild in Ghana. Anyway, that's all we're saying. Legalize the thingy. Business, economic benefit, social benefit, medical benefit. It's endless. Let's be smart as Ghanaians. Even as in the time that we're talking about the economic challenges. Get the people in, I don't want to mention the areas in Ghana, get them back to work and leave the police out of them, going to confiscate the farms and burn them in millions. Stop it. All the nations I have mentioned have legalized marijuana, cannabis, ntampe for one reason or the other. Ghana, we can do same. We don't have to lose out on this market value economically. Till I come your way, this is the hot seat, where we keep it nice and real for the betterment of Ghana and people. Patriotic views only. In the spirit of Ghana must work, Ghana can work. We want Ghana to work. Please like the video, forward to other Ghanaians, and to anyone that may be interested in this conversation. We'll come your way again. You're watching Nasage, and this is the hot seat. See you. Stay blessed. Stay strong.
Salvation is come. Merry Christmas, y'all.